Okay, stop. Before you spend another single dollar on a PC upgrade, you have got to hear this. So many people waste money chasing performance they're never going to get. Should you get more RAM, a brand new GPU? We're about to figure out what's really holding your PC back.
It's that moment we all dread, right? Your game is lagging, it's stuttering, it's just not working right. But then you check your stats, and your brand new, super expensive graphics card is barely breaking a sweat. Maybe it's only at like 40% usage. So what gives? Is your GPU broken? Nope. Something else is the real culprit. And we're about to find out exactly what it is.
You see, the key here is to stop guessing and start diagnosing. I mean, you wouldn't just take random medicine without knowing what you're sick with, would you? Of course not. And the same thing applies to your PC. We've got to identify the root cause of the slowdown before we can even think about prescribing the right upgrade.
First up, let's tackle the simplest and honestly one of the most common issues, your RAM. Just think of RAM as your PC's active short-term memory, kind of like its immediate workspace. It's often the very first place we should be looking when we run into performance problems. And this brings us to the classic debate. You've got some people telling you to just get more RAM, while you've got others who swear that speed is everything. Well, the truth is, they can both be right, or they can both be completely wrong. It all depends on your specific situation. So, what actually matters more, and when? Probably the best way to wrap your head around this is the desk analogy. So, imagine your RAM is a physical desk. More RAM, well, that's like getting a bigger desk. It means you can lay out more projects all at once without everything getting cluttered and messy. Faster RAM is all about how quickly you can actually work on those projects. See, if your desk is way too small to begin with, speed doesn't matter at all, but if it's big enough, then speed becomes the critical factor. So, what happens when your desk gets too cluttered? Well, your PC is forced to use its storage drive, your SSD or your hard drive, as temporary memory. And here is the huge problem. That storage can be up to 100 times slower than your actual RAM. That's not just a little stutter, that's a complete performance disaster. So here it is. This is the simple, actionable rule that cuts right through all the noise. Step 1, do you have less than 16 gigabytes of RAM? If the answer is yes, your number one priority is to get more. That's your bottleneck right there. Now, step 2, do you already have 16 gigs or more? If so, adding even more RAM is going to do almost nothing for you. Your focus should be on getting faster RAM. That's the secret. Okay, so let's say your RAM checks out. It's not the problem. What's next? Now we need to dig a little deeper and investigate the workflow between your PC's two biggest stars, the processor and the graphics card. They have to work together like a team, and if one of them is lagging behind, the whole system suffers. This, my friends, is what we call a bottleneck. Let's use another simple analogy here. Think of a restaurant. Your CPU, your central processing unit, is the head chef. It's the brain of the whole operation. It's handling all the game logic, the physics, and preparing all the instructions, which are kind of like the meal orders coming into the kitchen. So if the CPU is our chef, then your GPU, or graphics processing unit, is the waiter. And the waiter's job is pretty simple. Take the finished meal from the kitchen and deliver it to your table, which in our case means rendering those beautiful graphics you see on your screen. And here's the punchline. If the chef is totally overwhelmed and working slow, what does the waiter do? Well, the waiter can only stand there, doing nothing, just waiting for the next plate to deliver. This is exactly what's happening inside your PC when your GPU usage is low. Your GPU isn't being lazy, it's literally waiting for the CPU to give it instructions. This is a classic CPU bottleneck. So, how do we check if our chef is overworked? Easy. We look at the usage numbers. Think of these percentages as the vital signs of your PC's performance. They tell the entire story, once you know how to read them. This table really breaks it all down. If you see your CPU pinned at 100% while your GPU is just chilling around 40%, that's it, a textbook CPU bottleneck. The chef is swamped. But what if it's the other way around? What if your GPU is maxed out near 100% while the CPU has plenty of breathing room? Well, that's actually what you want to see. It means your GPU is working as hard as it possibly can to give you the best graphics. For gaming, this is pretty much the ideal scenario. But hang on, there's a really important twist here. That overall CPU usage number, it can lie to you. See, a lot of games don't use all of your CPU's cores equally. Your CPU might show 50% usage overall, but if one single critical core is maxed out at 100%, that one core can bottleneck the entire system. You've got to look a little deeper than just that big headline number. All right,
We've done the diagnosis, we've checked the RAM, and we now know how to spot a CPU or a GPU bottleneck. So now it's time for the prescription. Let's put all this info together into one simple, smart upgrade plan.
So here it is, your final takeaway. It's this simple. First things first, check your RAM. Is it less than 16 gigs? If so, upgrade that first, period. Next, check your in-game stats while you're playing. Is your GPU usage low? Then you've got a CPU bottleneck. You need to upgrade the CPU. Is your GPU usage high, up near 99%? That's your current performance limit, so you'll want to upgrade the GPU if you're looking for more frames. It's that easy. Stop guessing and start upgrading smart.
So there you have it. You're now equipped with the diagnostic tools to be a much smarter PC owner. You know how to check your RAM, you know how to read your usage stats, and you know how to pinpoint the real source of your performance problems. So the only question left is, what's your PC's biggest weakness?